everybody, and welcome to episode number 30.
Damn, we're on 30?
We are on episode number 30.
It only took us a year and a half.
It only took us a year and a half. It's episode 30 of Courage Pays Better Than Fear. I am one of your grateful hosts here, Jeremy Hritz, alongside
Special Eddie.
And it's a very special episode today because we are going to be talking about 3 strategies that we use in our daily lives that keeps us on the path to success. Because we often talk about, hey, we're doing these shows. We want to give people something actionable they could take away. So that's what we're going to get into.
Yes. And, we're just going to talk about the 3 action steps that, that we take. A lot of times there's more, but there's 3 that I can think of right off the top of my head.
We gotta wait till we get there. I thought you were gonna prematurely.
I was gonna give out all the information. I was gonna lead into. Speaking of 3, we have our thankful 3,
and you're up,
and I'm up.
Real fast before you go.
Steal my thunder.
This is not Kim Jong Il on my shirt. This is Elon, right?
Isn't that Trump's boy, Kim, whatever the hell his name is?
He's the North Korean guy. It is not. Yeah, I'm not down with the dictator. So This is Elon, and in fact, it's Tesla earnings today after market close.
How'd you do yesterday?
Did very well.
Very well.
Yeah, very, very well.
Very, very well.
All caps.
What's very?
I'm
very
not getting into numbers, bro. I don't want people showing up at my door looking for that.
Hey, they need to show up your door for coaching. You provide coaching.
They can. Anyway, thankful 3, give it to us.
All right, but before I do thankful 3, shout out to my boy Corey Harris. Yes, I'm rocking your shirt today. Corey is my boy. He's a real estate agent and a real estate investor. Good friend of mine. If you're in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania area, you're looking for a home, you want to buy a home, you want to sell a home, give a shout out to Corey Harris.
There we go.
All right, my thankful 3. I'm thankful for my time, the amount of time that I have to be able to do what I want, when I want, where I want, with whom I want, for how long I want. Like I said, we all know I left the W-2 world a little over 4 years ago, but man, I probably work 10 hours a week. And I'm
lazy bitch.
I know. About 10 hours a week. It's not a ton of time. I have businesses that I'm owners in, and I just picked up another business, which I'm thankful for. So that's thankful number 2. Thankful for my wife's my father-in-law. He gave me an opportunity to step in and be partner in his business and help him expand it. So I became partner with him, and we're having a blast, man. Over these last couple of days since I bought in, we've been having a blast coming up with new ideas to expand.
And you're going to be actually doing some of the carpet
cleaning. Yeah, carpet cleaning. I love cleaning carpets.
I bet you do, brother. I bet you do.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm actually spending all day. It'll probably be my first full 8 to 10 hour work day. If I choose, I get to go out with Dave, and we get to go out and we get to clean some carpets.
Nice. You want me to bring you lunch?
Yeah, you can bring me lunch.
I'll bring you some lunch. I'll pack it in a nice little brown bag for you.
There you go. You send it to me. Third one. What am my third? My third one is thankful for my workout partner, bro. Nice. We're going to talk about, mental health and physical health, and it's been a year and a half, and been getting after it consistently for a year and a half now. And I mean, every once in a while we'll miss some time, but I mean, look at these guns. These things are pretty, right?
Man, I got to put like a parental warning. This is like explicit content. You're like showing off some
ladies.
Parts.
Give me a call.
Oh my God. And with that, thank you for your thankful 3. We're going to jump into it. So a lot of what we focus on here is the pursuit of success, but success is defined by what it is that makes you happy. Find that thing that fills you up, lights you up. I have that through the markets. You have it through a host of things that you do, but what are those things that we do that keep us on that path? And so we're going to give you 3 things that are part of our lives. You can go ahead and kick this off with your 3. I'll jump in, but we want to share, some specifics that we do consistently that have been helpful to us.
One of the first things I do is take baby steps, right? Like every time you have this massive goal, you think you have to hit it every day for hours and hours and hours at a time to achieve that goal. Take baby steps, right? Put one foot in front of the other each day. And as long as you are getting closer and closer and closer to that goal, you're making progress. And then as you make progress, celebrate the wins, right? Celebrate the small wins, even especially if you end up, taking a couple steps forward and falling back a couple steps, and then you go forward again, celebrate that because it means you didn't give up. So that would be my number one would be take baby steps. What about you?
Okay, so baby steps. The first thing for me, and it's more concrete, and you talked about it earlier, but have a routine or structure for a workout program, something that
Mm,
you're pushing your body every day to get stronger, to get faster, not just so you are stronger and faster, but mentally you are doing something for your body, for yourself to make you feel good. And we talk about this all the time, but if we don't get that workout in, then it just casts a shadow over that whole day. So just making that a priority that has to happen. And
like like we won't even do this podcast first and then work out,
yeah.
right? We'll work out, get that good feeling, right?
Hmm.
Like Joe Rogan says, get that good feeling, and then come back in here and get after it on the podcast. So there's a huge difference between if we were to do the podcast prior to working out and after working out.
Right.
Um,
And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be some craziness like
no,
where you're running 100 miles or whatever, doing calendar club or anything like that. It could be taking a walk, a 1 mile walk. It could be doing calisthenics, jumping jacks, sit-ups, something that's beneficial for you, as long as you're moving.
yeah. And there's something that I do that works out really well. It's the ice bath, right? The cold plunges. That is something that I was terrified of. And because it was, I just thought it was just going to be entirely too cold. But it's amazing what your body does. It warms. It's like I'll jump in some 45-degree water and sit in there for 2 to 3 minutes. And at first, it's freezing cold, but it's amazing what your body does. It literally warms itself up, and you could sit in there for 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes longer, but I'd probably be careful with that. And then right after that, I'll jump into this. Well, actually, what I'll do is do the sauna first. Do that for about 20 minutes, get out of there, and then jump into the cold plunge. Now, there's a million and one ways you can do it. I posted it the other day. Everyone's saying you can do this first, do that first. Just do what works for you. It's hard to listen to everybody and take everybody's advice. Just do what works for you.
Yeah.
I like the sauna, getting out nice and hot and sweaty, jump right in that cold plunge. I do it in the mid-afternoon because that's right around when I get tired, and then it gives me that boost of energy for the rest of the day.
Nice. So what's your second strategy?
My second strategy is, and you're going to hear me talk about this all the time, and I probably said it a million and one times on these podcasts. It's find your why, right? You have to know why you're doing what you're doing, and you have to associate pain with that why, right? Or pleasure with that why. And it's got to be so intense that every time that something difficult comes up, because like I said, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Every time something difficult comes up, you're going to have to associate either pain or pleasure with that why, right? Tony Robbins talks about
Mhm.
this, that pain or pleasure with that why to get yourself motivated and snap out of it mentally.
Mhm.
Because there's going to be times where you are like, you're struggling a little bit today
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the mental side of things. And in turn, I think you're probably sick or whatever, but you probably got a
Man,
cold. And if I get it, I'm gonna be pissed. But
hate being sick.
we just have these mentally foggy days sometimes, and it happens to all of us. And sometimes you just got to go back and be like, look, life is good. Today's just a shitty day. I'm going to get through today because at the end of the day, it always ends, and tomorrow's a new day, and you got to find that why sometimes to get through it.
All right, so we have the why. My number two is going to be track your progress.
You
Since I was a
He's a
young,
tracker. I'm not a
yes,
tracker. He's a tracker.
yeah, I like to monitor my progress when I'm working towards a goal, when I'm whatever it is that I'm doing. If you remember back when I did calendar club, I would check that off every day, my mileage total. For my trading, I have different metrics that I keep track of, but if you're working towards something, you have to see what your progress is so that you can make corrections along the way to ensure you're on the right path. And if you're not keeping track of your data, and I'm not saying it has to be something where you're entering your stuff into a Google sheet or an Excel spreadsheet like I'm doing, but just something that all right, here's where I currently am, here's where I need to go, how much progress have I made? And you have to be aware of that. Otherwise, how do you know if you're improving and getting better? So one of the things that I'm a massive advocate for is tracking your progress. whatever that looks like for you, whether it's on your phone, a sheet of paper, or mentally. But just like you said, celebrating those small wins. Well,
Mhm.
if you don't know that you're making progress, how can you celebrate it? So
Yeah.
track your progress.
So I remember talking, you said you've tracked your progress ever since you were a little kid. Didn't you
I was a
do
little
like
kid.
tally marks and stuff?
Tally marks. When I remember I would save money as a little kid. I had a little journal that I would go shovel snow, and I couldn't wait to come back.
And
Not
put
to
it.
just put all the money together, but to add like, all right, I made $40 today. So I'd put like plus 40, and then I'd
Yeah.
be so excited. So I've always had a fascination with numbers and accumulation and seeing progress. It's just I nerd out on that shit.
That's
So
awesome. That's awesome.
yeah.
So number three for me is, man, just show gratitude, not only to others, but to yourself, right? Just like you got to sometimes not be so hard on yourself, right? And Jeremy, we both do this all the time. Sometimes we beat ourselves up like we are the worst people in the world. And we fail to realize sometimes, like, look, man, like you know, we just need to be grateful
Hmm.
for the time that we have, for how far we've come, from where we've come from to where we're at now. I think we've shown growth every year since we've known each other
Hmm. Oh,
in some
100%.
kind of in some way. Some
Yeah.
people can just get through years and years of their life and just still be the same. Like I know I got to do something new each year,
Hmm.
and just to be thankful for that, be grateful for it, and give back whenever you can, help people as much as you can. I had somebody the other day, had no obligations to do so. They called me, they reached out, said that they were, struggling a little bit. Their was a little slow. And, good friend of mine, we don't talk on a regular basis, but like we grew up together. I don't have any obligation that I have to help him, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to help him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give him my time, and I'm going to teach him everything that I absolutely know that will help him put himself and his family in a better situation. So
Yeah. That's
I'm excited to do that actually.
Yeah. And that's, to go along with that giving back part, as I was setting my goals this year, one big massive goal that I have for myself, and it will happen, and it's probably going to take me some time, but my high school, I want to donate like a couple $1 million to redo the athletic facility
That'd be
there.
awesome.
Yeah. The Beth Center Bulldogs. So if there are any of my BC people watching,
Hmm.
that's a big, massive goal that I have. And I'm not trying to, I don't want my name on the shit. I don't even care about that. I just want to, I had so many fond memories of going to games as a young kid, playing on the team. It's just such a massive part of the community that I'd love to be able to give back to the generations up and coming. And give that money to redo the field, maybe a turf field, redo all the bleachers and stuff, scoreboard. So that's a big goal that I will accomplish within the next 5 years.
And that leads me to do you think, let's talk about what we plan on doing with real estate and what we plan on doing with coaching, getting into the schools and
Yeah,
giving back, going to the libraries. I
yeah.
mean, we might as well get it out there now, but Jeremy and I are always thinking about ways to give back and how we can help people. And he came up with the idea, like, look, man, let's give what we know and do like free workshops for parents,
Hmm.
right? He'll teach them trading, I'll teach them real estate. We can get out into the local communities. We can get out into the schools, totally do it all for free, just to give back to people. Of course, there'll be classes and stuff people could sign up for if they choose, but we're going to be able to drop some knowledge, enough knowledge to where if people truly wanted to get involved and get in real estate or trading, they'll have the resources to be able to do so, and they'll have enough knowledge to at least get started and know where to go. So for any of you that are in the, Kennett area, Landenberg area, Chester County
Avon
area,
Grove, Oxford,
Avon Grove,
even
Oxford,
down in
Delaware,
Delaware,
yeah,
Cecil
Delaware,
County,
Cecil County, Maryland.
CCPS.
I'm not going to Baltimore. No, just kidding. But Cecil County, like any of you guys, like if you want to talk to, like I know we know principals and stuff, if we can put an evening workshop together where Jeremy and I come in and we just give back to the communities and let people know about entrepreneurship, right? Everybody thinks you have to have a trade. Everybody thinks you have to have a W-2 job because that's what we're taught. Man, there's so much money out there. Money, my boy Jeremy Newsom says money grows on trees. Money does grow on
It
trees,
does.
right? It really does. There's so many ways to do what you want to do and make money off of it. to where you don't have to, especially now with the internet open 24/7, online businesses. I mean, come on, there's so much that you can learn,
Yeah.
and there's so much that you can do to be able to replace any W-2 income.
Yeah, 100%. And that brings me to my last strategy.
There you go. What is
And
it?
it's just take time to do absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Because
I'm bad at that.
and we'll hear a lot of people say, oh, no days off, no days off. And, you know, I do that for a period of time where I'll just go straight through like 2 months straight, not missing anything. But you have to have that time to just let your brain decompress
Mhm.
so that you don't have an overload malfunction and shut down. Give yourself time to just stop and do nothing and think about nothing and just exist.
I wish I could totally do that. Just
I know,
think
it's
about
hard.
nothing. It's
It's
not
hard.
easy. My brain just
Or just sit
constantly.
there and give yourself the space to just exist and be. Because a lot of times when we're pursuing and we're just go, we don't give time for those ideas or those things that we should be doing to come calling to us. It's in those moments of silence that our
Journaling.
biggest,
Journaling.
Yeah.
I've been doing that recently.
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So you always got to have those moments to just hit the pause button, stop and reflect. So that's it. I think we gave the viewers something
Yeah. So,
good today.
Something short and sweet. You
Yeah.
guys got a couple action steps that you can take. So a total of 6, right? 3
Yep.
plus 3 equals 6.
There we go,
I
man.
told
You're
you.
good at math.
I'm
You're
good,
good at
right?
math. So tell us about what's going on with Replace Your Employer,
Yep.
where everybody can find out more information about what you're doing.
Yeah, so Replace Your Employer. Right now, we are getting ready for a workshop to come up in February. Pay attention to your emails. You guys have opportunities to do a free 7-day test drive with myself, Nate Lambert, and his wife, Becky. And we allow people a free opportunity to be on the team for a week to see whether or not real estate is for you. You know, there's no reason, right, not to do the test drive. Just hop on, schedule an appointment with me. The link will be below in today's podcast. You can click that link, schedule an appointment. We can talk real estate for an hour if you want. And if it's something you want to do, great. If it's something you don't want to do, not a problem. Shake hands, part as friends.
Yep. And if you want to learn how to trade the markets, please be reminded that next week, January 29th through February the 2nd, it's the first ever Courage Pays Better Than Fear Trading Boot Camp, Beginners Boot Camp, where I'll be teaching the essentials and fundamentals of trading and investing. So register on that. You can find that on my Facebook page. And also, if you're interested and serious about learning trading, you want a coach one-on-one, I'm your guy. I have packages 6, 12, 24 sessions. Let me know, reach out to me via email, couragepaysbetter@gmail.com, or send me a personal message on Facebook, and let's learn how to trade the markets together. But I think that's going to be it, man. Episode 30 is in the books.
Episode 30 is in the books.
And we're rolling along. We'll be back here next week for episode 31. Please leave us a comment, like this video, share with your family and friends, and
Smash the subscribe.
smash that subscribe button. We will see you back here for episode 31 because courage
is better than fear.
Take care, everybody.
Take care.